I'm sitting here with EGIdrA from Team Evil Geniuses. He just advanced from the group stage with 5-0. How has your stay here in France been so far?
I'm like permanently jet lagged for the last 3 weeks, so I've just been sleeping and playing my matches, but the matches have all been pretty easy, so I guess it's good.
In your last match against Cloud, you won 2-0. Is there anything to say about that match, or was it a walkover almost?
The first game was really easy. The second one, he did really heavy Hellion pressure early on and killed a ton of drones, so I thought I was way behind. But then he attacked while taking his third base, and he didn't have enough Thors, so my mutas just cleaned it up, and that kind of let me get back into it and did some muta and roach drops and stuff, so it looked kind of cool, and there were some dangerous moments, so that was an okay game.
And Evil Geniuses, if you believe Slashers, is the Yankees of esports, and now you also started a cooperation with Slayers from Korea. What do you think about that?
I'm really happy. They have possibly the best practice environment in Korea. They've turned out a ton of great talent, and they've taken players who weren't that great and made them great, which is how you can really tell if it's a good practice environment or just talented players. Plus they have a bunch of talented players like MMA and some others, so it's going to be really great to be able to practice with them and have someone like Boxer as kind of a coaching figure. You can't ask for a better leader type than that.
Yeah, and before you won the IM in China, you had been kind of like a slump. You hadn't won an event in a while. How was it to finally win an event again?
It was really great. It was kind of weird because my biggest accomplishment there was 3-0ing Puma, and he's my teammate, so beating him was a little bittersweet, but still, beating a player like that is really awesome. Plus Revival, and to just win an event after quite a while, it was really great.
Then you went over to the IPL, where you lost in the quarterfinals against the SDC. Was the competition just too much there, or was it that you had traveled so much already?
No, by that point I was feeling pretty okay physically. I was still tired, but it wasn't bad. And SDC certainly wasn't too good for me. It's just he has a really risky abusive style, and I got caught off guard 2 of the 3 games, and I don't know, kind of silver lining, I destroyed him the 1 macro game, but the other 2 just got caught off guard.
Yeah. And then you went to MLG, which was a great event for Evil Geniuses. You had Huck in first place, and you got the 4th. How was that for Evil Geniuses and yourself?
Obviously, having Chris win an event like that, first win at MLG since the Koreans started competing, and winning over a field like that, 4 or 5 good Code S players. So really great for him and EG and myself. Any event you don't win is at least a little bit disappointing, but beating Bomber was just really cool. 2nd or 3rd best player in the world, someone I have a lot of respect for. So to beat him in long drawn-out macro games, which is what he excels at, pretty incredible. And the win against Boxer, I feel like Boxer's a player I'm supposed to beat, so it's a little iffy that it got to 7 games to begin with, but to be able to come back after going 0-3 like that and to win the 7th game in that kind of pressure scenario, it speaks well for my mindset, I think, so that made me feel pretty good.
Yeah. And then you came here to France. How has ESWC and France been for you?
I don't know. ESWC is kind of iffy. They don't really pay as much attention to the players as IPL and MLG do. But IPL spoiled me. They took great care of the players. Here they kind of just tell you to sit down and play. And they don't have a lot of matches. And it's great that it's an international event, but the fact that there's so many bad players here, it kind of detracts from it from, I don't know, it's hard to get focused and hard to get into a competitive mindset. And it provides a lot of bad games for the viewers, so that's kind of iffy. But the prize pool is great, and it is really nice to be back to Paris. Last time I was here, I didn't get to see much of the city. I'm taking a few days afterwards to vacation here, so that should be really awesome.
Yeah, and now you're going to meet the loser of Dark Force and Thorstein.
I think so.
Yeah. How do you think about that match, and who of them do you want to meet?
It's iffy. I think Thorstein's clearly the better player, but Dark Force and CVZ is kind of an unknown to me, and I've heard it's pretty good. Plus, I'm better versus Terran, so it's pretty 50-50 to me. I think they're both equal opponents for me.
Yeah. And at the BlizzCon now, they have announced 8 new units. Have you had the time to look at any?
I skimmed the TL thread about it, so I know bits and pieces.
Yeah. What do you think about the 2 new Zerg units?
I think they're pretty cool. The Siege unit seems very weird. It's kind of like a combination Lurker Broodlord. I'll have to see that in action before I have any idea. But I like the Spellcaster. I think we were really lacking in terms of Spellcaster. Obviously, Infestor's great, but that's the only one. Overseer was detection. I don't know. Detection. Well, I just have to see how the optical thingy works. Detection could be weird, and Darkstorm. It's an interesting unit that could have a lot of utility. We'll just have to see how it actually performs in game.
Well, then I want to thank you for the interview and wish you good luck in the tournament. Do you have any final words?
Yeah, thank you. I'd like to thank all my fans and supporters, everyone watching the tournament and cheering for me. Also, Evil Geniuses and all of our great sponsors: Intel, SteelSeries, Monster, Kingston HyperX, Bigfoot Networks, Beyond Gaming, and all the others.
A long list. Thank you.
Thank you.